Now that the sale of the XFL is official, the new ownership group is not wasting any time. Acquico LLC. See, they won't have the keys to the XFL until August 21st, when the ownership group led by the Rock and Dany Garcia take over. But that doesn't mean they can't start talking to broadcast partners. A report by Michael McCarthy of Front Office Sports says the XFL and Fox Sports are already in talks about a potential TV deal. Quote, Johnson's investor group agreed to buy the XFL for $15 million. As with the previous XFL, Fox Sports is interested in a possible TV rights deal, sources said, close quote. We reported earlier in court filings that out of all the broadcast partners of the XFL 2.0, Fox was the one that was willing to make a deal with any new potential ownership group, no matter who they were. They made that known in their court documents. Getting a TV rights deal in place is really the first and most critical step to the relaunch of the XFL. A report by Daniel Kaplan of The Athletic quotes a source close to the negotiations also saying, quote, media discussions are already starting up informally and will start to ramp up over the next few weeks, close quote. See, a TV deal is key to a 2021 XFL season because basically without it, you can't do it. Now, will anyone try to put live sports on TV in a post-COVID world at this time? I'm not sure. And this uncertainty has some XFL insiders concerned. Quote, I don't think playing next season is realistic, but we'll see how we progress, the source said. COVID is still an issue for everyone, close quote. Kaplan said that talks will be ongoing and most likely the first order of business. Quote, the incoming owners plan a round of talks with prospective media partners in the coming weeks, a source close to the new group said, signaling that ESPN and Fox Sports' existing contracts from earlier this year may not carry over, close quote. This is not shocking that the old contracts are not going to come over. They did a deal. They saw some of the benefits and some of the drawbacks, so clearly they're going to redo something. So this isn't a shock or a bad thing or this is going to screw the XFL or anything like that. This is really what they all should be doing is relooking at these deals. Now, Fox isn't the only player in the broadcast game. According to McCarthy's report, DAZN Danzin could be interested in the XFL broadcast rights. DAZN, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, is a live and on-demand streaming service. I've heard of them. Quote, but before the pandemic freaked financial havoc, Danzig was rumored to be in the mix for more global NFL game rights. Danz could see XFL as a cheaper, less risky way into pro football, close quote. This TV deal will be a fluid situation for weeks, but the fact that The Rock and Dany Garcia already have broadcast relationships with basically every single media player in the world, those relationships should help the XFL land a TV deal. They're not going to go into this thing not thinking that they could get a TV deal. I'm sure they were like, hey, we're thinking about buying the XFL. Think we can make something out, work something out? Yeah, that's what they basically got. Now it's time to put that to paper. Now in 2020, who would you rather have a seat at the old business table negotiating these type of things? Would you rather have Vince McMahon on your side, or would you rather have The Rock? Did you know that the Harvard Business School has a case study on the success of The Rock and Dany Garcia? So, in my opinion, the XFL ship is in good hands.